efforts a little bit. And what's the point?
And we're live. The point of driving up your threshold so you can be more fit. Duh.
Yeah. But like, what's the point of doing that session? You know, every session, are we trying to always be at or above the line? Are we trying to just teeter up and down, do over unders? Are we doing a high effort and then like a long recovery? Like there are so many different formats that are effective to driving up lactic threshold and or going the opposite route and building a base. It's just
it's hard to know.
Understanding that.
All right, everybody. We're live. We got one watcher. Put your name in the chat. Let's see who you are. Say hello.
Hi, Cody.
And you don't even know if it's Cody yet.
It's always Cody.
You're just guessing.
He's on it.
Speaking of efforts, if you guys have an Apple Watch, I did want to talk about this. So they have this new thing when you get the update. Don't thumbs down my Apple Watch, okay? I used to. Oh, it is Cody.
See? Told you. Cody,
you can just say hi. It has your name, Cody Nothenegel. And then he wrote Cody.
It said put your name in the chat. That's what you asked him to do. He did it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Drop an L in the chat for Todd.
An L. But yeah, okay. So this thing now has an effort rating for your session. So there's my session, just all over the place. And it wasn't picking up because I had the wristwatch on and not a chest strap today. But I can choose my effort. That's cool.
I thought you were saying they assign your effort.
No, well, it will. But I got to put that back on.
Okay, so what did you choose?
I chose hard, but I think I could have put all out, dude. I was kind of dying on the first one. I don't know. I'm in between.
Tanner Road asked me the same thing at the end of each session. It's like easy, medium, hard, or all out. Mm-hmm. And I'm always at like easy or medium because I just am a liar.
You're a liar. Well, I noticed that the update the other day, and then I've been also tracking because I don't know. I like to play the little games where you get the cool badges for doing fitness things, and so I'll see like what the awards were, like the January challenge from 2025. I already earned it. It's reach your stand goal 12 times in a month for January. Got my badge. Met my stand goal. That was pretty easy because I coach. So gotta see what next month is. But I quietly play these games. I also like to try to walk 1 mile per class that I coach. So there's like my walking you can see it early in the morning there, 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m. I got my 3 miles. Now I'm almost at 5 miles.
It shows you how many miles in an hour that you walked?
I check it.
Oh.
Yeah, I just scroll up on my phone like when class is like over, which is crazy because I got to make it a habit of checking people in. And Stephanie asked me today, can you check us in? I was like, oh, yeah, sorry. But I'm over here looking at my step count.
I was laughing because last week, Mike Camarella, he came in and did open gym. And I was telling him that he needed to check into open gym. And he goes, yeah, because I'm not going to get credit for today. I'm like, Marissa posts one thing about everyone's check-ins in January. Well, no, now everyone wants their check-in.
He can go to open
I know,
gym,
but he didn't think he was going to get credit for it because he didn't do class. I'm like, oh.
But all of these things are like behavioral feedback loops, right? So like, not that I need to do this, but
what are you guys doing for the check-ins for classes? Are you doing like an award for like the most check-ins?
No,
Marissa did this thing on Instagram, like kind of how Spotify,
like your monthly challenge or something.
Dude, no, listen, some gyms do that. Listen, okay, we tell our members. If you're listening to this right now, I tell all our members, look at. You're here at the CrossFit gym. And if you're a new member, you'll learn this and you'll get consistent over time, right? Because consistency is the biggest thing that everybody needs to achieve first. And then like I was talking about behaviors and feedback loops, and we can get into it because we talked a lot about that at camp. But if you have a 3 time a week membership, you need to be training. It's like 180 days on average throughout the year. And then it's 250 for the people who have 5 times a week, 3 times 4. Or 144 days. So 144 days for 3 times a week, and then the 250 days for 5 times a week. So we try to get everybody to reach that number. And so that, their check-ins will calculate that. And then they're fighting for like, who's the top dog? Because at the end of the year, Push Press puts out a thing and then Marissa pulls the information and she posted their names on Instagram for who's first. But For us,
What's first in what? Just attendance?
Like who
Attendance.
had the most attendance, who
Most
had the most
PRs.
PRs. Yeah.
the people who had the best
Oh,
attendance
cool.
had the most PRs.
So
Obviously,
you're giving away toddies? Is that what your
It was
like
like
yearly
somehow, like-
giveaway trophy is?
Like, you know how
toddies.
Spotify at the end of the year
I get
gives
what
you
you're
all your
saying.
things? It's
Yeah.
like that.
No, did you get his joke about the toddies?
Yes. I
Okay.
did. I was going over that joke.
No, because you get what's the actual award? What's the
Well,
man,
there are Grammys, and then in the office there are the Dundies.
That's
And
what
so I was thinking
Dundies.
toddies.
The
The
toddies. That's good. You didn't get that joke until he
No,
explained
I
it.
got it. I got
Dude.
it. I was just trying to bypass it. But Todd's like, that's a great idea. We
That
should
is
do
a good
that.
idea. I mean, we could call it the Heatheries.
You get a ton of just like little statues like this big, and she's like, "You got your toddy."
Yeah.
Little wolf statue or something.
Yeah. Oh man, you're on it.
Dude.
This is good. I like these.
You're
ideas.
welcome.
Keep 'em
Dude,
coming.
they're gonna be asking you about them in class tomorrow.
Good. We'll make little wolves like with like a little adventure pack on or something, like they're like a mountaineer wolf, you know?
I don't
Oh,
know, man. You could even just make like a little wood of your sign behind you on that wall. You could just make a little wood token. It would be like a challenger coin.
It'd be
That'd
good.
be sick. That'd be really easy and probably easy to make a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Anyways, carry on. Feedback
Yes.
loops.
So back to it. Like honestly, we have a talk at the beginning of the year. So that is one of the main things. Like, hey, look, a lot of you guys are already coming and you're members of the gym. So we're preaching to the choir to a degree. So, and I get like, okay, let's try to make a challenge or do this or that to make people consistent. But you know, those things are good. But the problem is if it's not like internally driven by you and just making people aware that, hey, here's a number to hit if you come throughout the whole year. So it's a bigger goal and you don't have to say like, it's chill. You just come 3 times a week, right? And you get 144 days at the end of the year. And then the 250 for the 5 times a week. And obviously there's vacations and stuff in there and you might want to like shift them around or whatever, or come as close as humanly possible to that number. And then, like we said, it correlates, or it's actually a causation for obvious reasons. They get better PRs. Most of those people are fitter, healthier. They do better in class. So it's good to get people consistent, which is the first place.
Obviously, it's a causation.
Yeah. Sorry. I messed up. I corrected myself, Harley. Thank you. Jeez Louise. Such scrutiny. Appreciate it though. Keep me honest. Yeah. So we don't do the monthly challenges like that. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it'd be fun, but we also want to get people involved in doing like activities or something you train for. So like the High Rocks events or doing the CrossFit Open, or I want to sign up. I don't know. I still want to read more about it. They need more information, but have you seen the Ruck Racing League?
Mm-mm.
Go look up. We'll pull it up on Instagram. The Ruck Racing League. They're basically, you pay $100. There's not a lot of information on it yet. Here we go. We'll just pull up the whole website. And you use Strava and you ruck. It seems cool. So we got it here. All right. So the Ruck Racing League. What is the Ruck Racing League? The Ruck Racing League is a new sport that highly accessible, benefits your physical and mental health, and connects you with others in an uplifting way. It's a virtual race league where the distance and loads are sent out monthly. Racers complete remotely and submit their scores on an online leaderboard. And you can register. It's $100. You get out there in your race. Like, I'm really down with this branding. I like the skull with the lightning bolt.
Yeah, I thought that was my gut reaction. Was like, oh, the branding is
It
pretty
got
cool.
me. The brand has got me. Look at the crew. Oh, the Go Ruck people. Yeah, so they don't really have a whole bunch of information yet. And it's basically you do one ruck a month and use Strava. And then they were like frequently asked questions that they have on Instagram. And let's just see if we go to Instagram. Yeah, let's see. Post. Oh, yeah. How does the ruck race? No. I want the one. There was one that was really funny about like. Dang. Oh, yeah. The frequently asked questions. Yeah, so you keep it in Strava. Oh, no, there's this one about the loading of the pack. Dang it. It was really funny. I don't know where I saw it. But basically there was like frequently asked questions. And it was about the loading, how are you going to measure the loading for the pack and keep it fair for people? And basically their thing was like, we load our sacks. We're not like a sack of shit or something. Basically
Wow.
implying don't fake it, which
Honor
was
system.
Yeah, honor system. And like they're acknowledging that there's an error there, obviously, because you need a Strava. Who knows how much weight someone's using? The hope is that they're going to use the weight. And if you rank high enough, you go to the in-person competition, and they're basically alluding to that you're going to get effed up if you like lie about your ruck. So, I mean, you could lie about it, but you get there and then they hand you a 50-pound ruck pack and you're just crippled. I mean, that's on you, dude. I personally would not want to do it, but it seems cool. One race a month. So like things like that, I see stuff like that. And I was talking to one of our members, BJ, who he does like rucking. He likes to do 75 hard often. So his second workout, he'll put on a vest or a pack and he'll go walk outside. Probably not today because of the cold, but I mean, who knows? He's a savage, but he's into it. So you get one person and then I might do it and see what happens. Stuff like that. Instead of monthly challenges, get people hooked on being committed to something and doing it for the quote unquote long haul. Pun intended. How's your 100 push-ups going, Harley? Did you do them today?
I have not done them yet. I didn't do them yesterday. I realized this morning that I didn't do them. So I missed one day of my month and I feel like a disappointment now.
Oh, no.
You gotta do 200, then make it up.
Don't feel like
I mean, I've accrued probably more than that because I've done a couple sessions that were well over 100.
nice.
Like I
Do you
did.
count burpees?
No.
Oh.
Burpees don't count.
I mean, you do push up.
If you did like a burpee plus one, like a 2-for-1 burpee, I would count that as
Okay.
one.
Jeez. Hard.
Yeah, it's pretty savage.
Yeah.
I mean, not
Tough
really,
crowd.
because
Yeah.
it's just a push-up challenge. It's not a burpee challenge, I don't do burpees these days anyways.
You pull your adductor.
If I do, I'm just going to hurt myself.
No.
Oh,
All right. So what are we talking about now? We were talking about feedback loops, and then
Oh yeah.
I talked
Let's
about
just-
challenges.
Yeah, I was going
and
to talk about
then-
the efforts. So what's interesting about this, like when I started looking at it, like because my personality, I do the workout and then it asks me like after the workout's over when I go in there, it asks my watch, but this is on my phone. And it asks what my effort was. And I don't know how many people come in the chat if you rate it based on how it went versus what I do. I rate it on like how I felt in the moment. Like for the rowing today, it's like my lungs were bleeding. I fell off in the final third round and it was like rowing through mud to try and get like a 154 pace. So it was a hard effort, almost near maximal effort, because the first two sets were at a 148, 149. And so for me, that's like maximal effort. So that's how I rate it, because the feedback of my body and how I feel versus like, oh, that was a win for the workout, or like, oh, that was a really tough workout, so I'm going to rate it X, versus like how you're physically feeling as an RPE, because that's like what RPE is supposed to be, is how you're physically feeling.
I feel like generally those numbers will line up, though. Like if it's,
I don't think so.
Well, I
No,
think-
because you can write a hard ass fucking workout that could be
Or
10
you can just hit all your paces perfectly and be like, that was actually really easy. But like your execution from a detail oriented perspective was 100%,
Yeah.
but your effort was really low. So like, that's what I was going to get at with Trainer Road, is it asked me anecdotal evidence as well. So like it asked my feedback very similarly, rated on a scale of 1 to 5, how it went. Easy to like all out effort. And most of the time I'm in the moderate range. Most of the time it feels incredibly attainable.
Well,
Yeah,
mercy.
I never really miss my paces on those sessions because of the way the endurance sessions are set up as of now. I'm sure they'll get substantially harder, but like, so from an execution of the pace, I would say that I'm doing those successfully every time, but my perception of effort most of the time is relatively low because they're endurance oriented.
It was a 148.7. I didn't feel like a big baller at the time. That was tough. But then like, so what's cool now though about Yeah, let's go over this and then I'll talk about like why you want to hone that in with some real efficacy and honesty. Because like you could do I could do that same session. I could do the rowing 3 sets. And this actually happened last week where I had 4 sets. And I like basically DNF the 4th set. But the effort was still hard or near maximal. But I think there are people who would be like, oh, that was like I DNF'd. Like, yeah, it was hard, but I didn't get the score that I was looking for. I didn't hold the pace I was looking for. So it was like a 5. Anyone in the chat? Anyone does that?
That sounds like you're grading the performance, not your perception of effort or the stimulus that you're placing in your system.
Right. That's what I think happens more often than not. What do you guys think?
Tyler, I know you want to say something.
Yeah,
I would,
Tyler,
okay.
you came on mute twice.
No, I think, I mean, for me personally, I rate like how I felt, but I think I agree with you. Is I think most people rate it based off of how it goes, because that they're working out to perform, so they're rating their performance as how hard it was. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Like if they're doing a class, like Renata said, I think class participants do that, and I mean that, and I think they look at the workout before they've even done it. Because we do have somebody, I'm gonna throw her under the bus, which I love her, she's great. But Michelle will say that she's like, that was a good one, Todd. Like, I'm like, how are you gauging that? Well, it was tough. It was just tough. There was all the movements, and there's like the heavy dumbbell, and and they're like rating it based on like I don't even know, the perception of the movement. Like that's weird to me because I don't know. Maybe I just think differently. Like explain that thought process because I'm having a hard time.
I think I can
Michelle's great, by the
explain
way.
my interpretation of class participants.
Okay.
They look at a singular session as a means to an end. It's their
Mhm.
workout for the day, and that's all that matters. It doesn't matter what next week is, next month is, their
Mhm.
fitness down the road. They have ambitions and ideas that they would like to be at down the road, but they don't actually have a system in place to get from this singular session to where they want to be down the road. So when they're
Yeah.
like, oh, that one was tough, it left me tired, it must work. It's like that's what they're rating as successful or non-successful, rather than, was it thoughtful? Was it
Yeah, or
progressive?
like does it layer on?
Yeah, does it build upon something?
Yeah, it's like a big puzzle. You have a puzzle on the table and you're putting it in pieces. And like, does that piece fit where it needs to go to start completing the picture? And like each workout session, they don't have the mindset that each workout session is a piece of the puzzle and you're trying to complete that puzzle over time. And they're just
I
looking
think,
at,
like what Harley just said was, did it leave me tired? And I think that's what most people like, depending on how tired I am, was their effort.
Yeah, that's good. How do you gauge that though? Because like I can make you real tired. Like I tell you do 100 burpees, you're gonna get real tired. So it's like 100 burpees, the 10 out of 10 workout.
No, because if you do burpees too often, then you're not creative. And if you're not creative, then you're just a lazy programmer.
Right.
Renata said, like today, successful, no. RPE high, yes. Crossovers. Yeah, the RPE could be high because the neuro drive of the crossover is learning the new skill, trying to be coordinative. And like she's saying, like the
That was a
effort.
good word, Todd. That was a really good word. Coordinative.
Oh, I said coordinative. Sorry.
Yeah, it was good.
He is the word police today.
Dude, talk about creativity. You got it, man. You're just making up new stuff all the time.
Great. He's killing it. All right, keep it going. What's the actual word?
Coordinated.
Coordinated.
Or to coordinate.
How would you say in that sentence if she had
a high neural drive trying to coordinate the
crossovers? That's better. All right. But yeah, so that would be the high RPE. So you'd have to have like a rate of the workout and then a rate of your effort. But like Tyler's saying, your effort doesn't have to be, I got tired.
Most of the time, if you're doing sufficient volume, you will have fatigue by the end of the session. Whether, if that's what the session entails, right? Usually, if you're stimulating the system and placing enough stress on it to force an adaptation of some sort, you're going to have some sense of fatigue. but like global fatigue and being in a puddle on the floor, completely debilitated for minutes, you know, of regaining consciousness is not necessary to do that every time.
Yeah. And it is going to be a high physical effort, but then you'd have to do some other metrics there. But like, that's what I mean is like I think because, so when we're looking at something like this, like if you use a Garmin or like in the example of the Apple, you know, you look at my heart rate and I was like in zone 4 for the 4 minutes, 8 minutes in zone 3, I got up to 168 beats. But then it asks me for like the effort I put in, which I feel like has some subjectivity and over time also, because now they're doing training load that's very similar. Like if you have a Garmin, it tracks your training load, which I like, and they're adding that stuff in. So like, because yeah, that's so hard. You've taken so much information. Just don't even use this stuff. This is bullshit. Now that I think about this,
You
like
just go
this is
down the
way too hard for someone to wear
Yeah.
and this is like, we didn't know where we were gonna go with this today, but to wear a Garmin or an Apple Watch or like a Whoop, I feel like now that I'm talking about this out loud, they're almost like worthless unless you're gonna really dive into, okay, my heart rate was this, my perceived effort was this, my score and take all of these pieces, put them into.
Well, what are you actually really doing with that data? Like you go in and
Well,
you say it was hard or it was not. But are people, what I'm saying is for Apple to put a feature like that in, like are people actually taking it and looking at their whole week and saying, this day was hard? I mean, you can. I'm just saying, I don't know if people are actually doing that. So it's very like subjective.
Because like if you're trying to train and improve yourself, obviously you need to overreach a little bit or maintain your volume and intensities. And that's what you can do is like you can use this to maintain your volume intensities or overreach, or you can see that you're under training. And over the weekend with the camp, I've got that dip right there that my training of my average training load, it's below my average training load by quite a bit, which brings my training load down. And then as you start putting in more information, more workouts, and you get these feedbacks, you're able to then be like, okay, this is a good volume intensity that is increasing my performance and adaptations. So I need to maintain that to change my biological state and push me forward. But what I'm saying is you now have to have you have to have the heart rate, maybe a chest strap on. You have to understand what the RPE is, what the effort was for that workout, and like try to be really detailed and honest about it and pull yourself away from the other things we're talking about. Like, oh, that was a good workout. I really liked that. It had 50, 50, 50, 50. Or like, oh, that was a hard effort. Because like to Renata's point, she would have to make a notation of like, because her heart rate's probably lower in today's workout because of the crossovers. It brought down the quote unquote intensity, but the high neural drive and her ability to coordinate the crossovers, Harley, was harder. So she needs to put that note in there. And then you have that day and that anchor point and that data point to look back throughout the month. And then you can look back too and be like, oh, my crossovers are getting better, because you might have another workout later on where the crossovers, your intensity increased in a crossover workout, whereas a month ago, the intensity of the heart rate and effort was lower because the crossovers, but it's still a hard workout because you're learning crossovers. And then you carry it over and the intensity, the heart rate and your effort go up, or your perceived like training load goes up, and it's got crossovers in that workout. So you can track improvement and performance gains for yourself if you're using this information. But that's like a lot.
You want to know it's probably more simple for most people, more accessible for most people.
Yeah.
Less layers, just writing stuff down. Just like having a little journal. Then you can have your RPE in there. If you really want to like track average heart rate, you could, if you really wanted to, and you had a chest strap and stuff. But like general notes of like, oh, in today's workout, I was only able to string 5 to 10 crossovers at a time together, you know, with a lot of rest or with an easy bike. And then it's like 6 months from then, it's like, oh, dude, I did sets of 30 to 40, you know, in a Metcon with chest to bar and burpees or whatever it is, right? Just making stuff up. But, you know, just looking back on the data in a more accessible way, like a book, generally seems a lot easier. Yeah. I am a little diary boy, Cody.
A diary boy, he says.
Yeah, well, Allie was just saying that over the weekend for the camp too, because I think she's so used to just like getting out her notebook, writing down her things for when she did weightlifting. She actually told me on Tuesday, she said, yeah, I went out and bought a notebook this weekend so I can just start recording. And I think she felt like that was going to be more helpful than just putting it in Whatup or an app or whatnot.
I think like having an app to track feedback is valuable. Don't get me wrong, but I think like the downfall to it is if you don't know what day it was on, like guessing on the calendar feature of like Coach RX and like scrolling backwards can be kind of hard. Like, of course, there's exercise search and you can find stuff, but if there happens to be a typo in the exercise name or something like that, sometimes it's hard to find exactly what you're looking for from a data point. So like I appreciate pages for what they are, even just being able to flip back through them here and there.
I'm gonna get on the Cody train, diary boy.
Little diary boy, dude.
Because I like technology. So I guess that's why I brought it up, because they did the update. I think there's some good updates in here if you're using Apple Watch. And I've used the Garmin for like 7 years prior to the Apple Watch. But Harley's right. Like you could go old school like that. I just thought it was interesting because it'd been asking me the last couple of days about my effort and then giving me a training load. And it's it's doing it for me for the training load with the results of the workout, time and intensity zones, everything else, and my perceived exertion or effort level in that workout. And when you go into it, like it's got all the pieces that you need. So it's kind of neat. But again, I was like looking at it, it's like, that's a lot of information. And then you can manipulate it. Like you were saying with the trainer road, like if I put in easy, it's going to think I'm a superstar and then potentially
I wonder if it actually takes the anecdotal evidence into account. Like that's what I'm uncertain of about the trainer road.
Oh, okay.
I'm uncertain of. I don't know.
I'll have to look that up. I'm assuming it does to a value. There's got to be, they've probably assigned it a value in their algorithm. It's probably a low value, but
it should be.
You don't know what you're talking about. Get on that bike and ride harder, you piece of shit.
I'm over here getting in fights with the AI every week. I'm like, I'm fine. I'm not overtrained. You don't know me.
The day it talks to you, are you going to be like, all right, I'm done with this? Okay, Harley. Oh, man. Anyways, I thought it was neat. But I do think to your, like what you're saying about writing stuff down, people need to start looking at their efforts and assigning stuff, because there's so many people I feel like are attached to, that was a good workout, that was a bad workout. Like grading their performance in a weird way. And we did talk about that a little bit to try and get people more into the X's and O's and like the data and like pull the subjectivity out of it a little bit, because I think we're, like everybody knows, we're our own worst critic. So you could be like, oh, I don't do very good at that. And then you start getting super negative, or like, oh, that workout's a bad workout. And it's like, is it a bad workout, or do you just have a bad attitude? Like,
yeah.
I
think the diary just allows people to be a little more reflective and be able to go back a lot easier. But I do like the technology because it's easy, but I think it's good for people who are still trying to learn about their fitness.
I got to get back to the word of the day with my dictionary. What I got to do is not do rowing sprints before I get on these calls now.
I mean, in all fairness, you paced the gym for 2 hours before you actually got on the rower. So
yeah, man, every week. Yeah, I figured that out.
You were like having high anxiety about it for 2 hours.
Yeah, that's okay.
It is okay. I'm just saying
that's why it happened
right up to the call.
I did my strength work, and then I was just like, oh man, I got to do these rowing pieces.
Well, let's to throw a bow on it of the reflection sort of talk and assessing your training through your RPE and giving it a grade. At the camp, we talked about one thing was, being honest with yourself of where you're at on a given day. And so like every day is not your best day. There's life, there's work, there's stress, there's sickness, health, whatever. Some days you feel great, some days you feel bad. So you have to be honest and say like, on a scale of 1 to 10 compared to your best, where you're at. And it's like, oh, well, I'm at like a 6 out of my all-time best today because I'm tired and run down. It's like, well, you need to give a 6 out of the 6 that you have, even though it's not your best. You need to give the effort that you have to give for the given session, and then be honest. Is like, did I give my best effort for where I'm at in life today? And if you did, then you have to be happy with that. And you can, of course, assign it a grade, assign it a scale on your Garmin if you want to. If you're in like a habit and have like a run in a streak on Coach RX, I don't want to miss a session and lose my like 300 days or whatever CJ lost because Todd put in something she wasn't aware of. on a
You get
travel
nothing.
day.
You get
She's
nothing
sad.
from that.
I know she gets
It's for the glory, you know.
her OCD fulfilled.
The glory. 300 something days gone.
Gone.
Man, CJ, how's that feel if you're watching? Gone.
Sad.
It's fine.
It's gone.
Yeah,
It's gone
hey, guess
forever.
what? You got another day tomorrow. It's no big deal. Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah,
that was
so-
pretty interesting. I thought about that when I was on the rower, and then when it asked me to rate it, and I had to rate the other workouts like the last couple of days. I was like, this is neat. Let's figure it out. All right, the Open, CrossFit Open. Who's doing though? I'm signed up. Who signed up? Put in the chat.
I'm bailed. I haven't signed up yet. I need to though.
What do you mean it means nothing? It means nothing and it means everything all at the same time. Your streak means that you're consistent in your training and putting your results and your scores in. And then you missed one day because it was a travel day and it was like some mobility stuff for her. It's not a big deal. So it means nothing. And then she'll get another day out of that. What did Marissa say? I was competing in streaks. Oh, this year exclusively. Oh, yeah. Oh, then it means everything. Sign up for the Open. Marissa has signed up. I'm
Dang.
signed up for the Open. I did. I just gave CrossFit my money. I was like, I don't even care. It's kind of neat. And they gave me $5 off my judges course. I bought the shirt, judges course, and the Open. I
need
got
to
sucked
do
in.
that.
Marissa didn't do any of that. She just signed up for the Open. I don't know. I was on there like, whatever. Help them out. Streaks. Harley, you signed up for the Open?
No. Am I going to? I don't know.
Your streak season's
I
over.
haven't yet. I'm likely will and will obviously have to take the judges course to support the gym
Mhm.
and people around me, but I have not done any of that.
I think you should sign up because you need to get your badge.
Oh, that's true.
My 11-year
Streak,
badge. I already
streak,
hit 10
streak.
years. I'm fine. I got the even number.
You need to get your streak. All right, getting ready for the Open. If you guys haven't heard, there's a lot of cool stuff on here. They did update this, though. We'll go. Well, okay, sign up for the Open now. You guys can sign up for your gym. We have people signing up. We have lots of people in our gym sign up. Our 71-year-old lady is signed up for the Open. Let's go, Priscilla. If she can do it,
Yes.
you can do it.
So good.
The Open is 3 weeks. What we're going to do at our gym, we're excited about doing, is the Community Cup, which is here. It's going to be right there, June 9th through the 15th. We do have people who are going to be over here, the Masters CrossFit Games semifinals, April 3rd through 6th. We have some on-site Masters and teens who are going to take some spots, and we're going to calculate those this week. I have a meeting tomorrow, actually, with who's going to be our head judge, and then we'll open that up to everybody else who wants to come, who makes it to semifinals in the top 2% for the age groups. And then we'll also do the in-affiliate semifinals for individuals who make that. But that one's going to be a much smaller group. And then the bigger one is our Community Cup, June 9th, for our members. That one's going to be great. But you have to do the Open. So whatever gym you're at, if you're not at our gym, you have to do the Open to do that, to get your level, to then compete against your peers. Which I know some people said it's like the replacement of quarterfinals, which makes sense to tell people, but it's really not. It's the addition to the competition. So you're moving forward and you're going to compete in your affiliate. The one thing like Harley was talking about as a coach, level 1 or higher coach, you are going to be the judges for people for the in-person, the virtual in-affiliate semifinal enhanced judging protocol. So this one's really important. If you are a level 1 or higher and you are at an affiliate, take the judges course and the advanced judges course. So then that way you'll be able to judge the people in like semifinals and the affiliate cup. In the Open, I guess it's okay. Haven't really heard more about that, whether you need to have a level 1 judge or not. I'm not sure. But I do know that other stages of competition, you're going to need the level 1 or higher judge with both judges courses. And it says here, the enhanced judges course will be valid for 3 years. So that's kind of nice.
So you'll only have to take the regular judges course every year, but the advanced one you won't.
Maybe if you take the advanced one, you then have 3 years. We'll have to see. Doesn't really say, but but by having a more robust experience in the affiliate and the public transparency. So for the open, you can put your videos up. Also for the age groups and individual in affiliate semifinal people with videos, you have to put your videos live on the internet, and then people will uprate or downrate your video and flag them. So basically going to outsource. And I believe it's been said, we'll have to wait for more confirmation, that only level 1 or higher coaches can vote on those videos. So it's not like the public en masse. That's what I've heard. We'll see what actually comes to be when it's time to vote on those videos, because they might have just everybody voting. But that's really it. The Community Cup, any fun? Do it in the gym. No one's doing any of that. Yeah, age groups. Be great. If you're not signed up, you should sign up. It will be fun. Are you doing? Nope. Oh, let's see. That's what I say. If you aren't doing streaks, you at least have to do for the open badges. Yeah, actually, are they even still doing open badges?
I would assume so.
Competition dashboard. Let's see.
I mean, they had it last year. Yeah, right there.
Where? Oh, that just says
Oh,
level
No,
2.
it's just your levels. Scroll down.
Let's go competition dashboard. It's not going. Let me see. Somebody talk about something while I look at this. Man, it's not even going to say. It'll probably say on the profile, like you're open.
Interesting.
I feel like those badges didn't actually show up anywhere anyways.
They did in the right hand
did?
corner at the top. Yeah, I was
Mm,
in love with it.
well, looks like I'm out. I have my out now.
It used to have the regional badge too. I need to.
Yeah. Where's
Email
my badge? I just get level whatever.
I
Like,
gotta change my body weight too. I'm not 207 anymore.
dude, what is it beyond the whiteboard? Am I like level dragon? Like,
Is it really level dragons?
yeah, like they like had
Let's take a look.
various like symbols, mythological in nature,
Level 9.
that were correlated with your performance of given benchmark workouts. Back in the day, anyways. I don't know if they still do.
Yeah. No, see, so over here on the right, they had how many
Right.
opens you've done. I mean, they're still right here, so you can count them.
Yeah, but no badge. No badge to prove it.
This will be my 13th.
That's
open.
weird. They had them. I mean, they must have taken it down because I feel like they had it last.
You just have to manually count. That's just hard. And I'm past 10. I'm out of fingers. How am I going to do this?
I mean, yeah, that's pretty hard.
Dang. Yeah, so no badges, Marissa. We don't need no stinking badges.
Shame.
Yeah, that is a shame. All right, if you're going to sign up for the open, comment in the chat. Marissa signed up. I'm signed up. None of these nerds are signed
I
up.
know. I dropped the ball. I need that.
So what I like to do is lead from the back.
Tyler, you're going to sign up from the open, right? One workout a day. Oh, Heather's a level 10, 40 to 44 years old.
Let's go.
All right, cool. I
Sick.
suck. That's because she's in the top 1%. All right. I think that's about it. Anybody got anything? Any current events? We do have the Fittest of the Coast workouts.
We had one more, right?
Technically the two, because they have the clean and jerk one.
Oh yeah, that was event.
So the team event 3, they announced it.
Yeah. Well, then I thought they just announced the one that there was an indie announcement too with the odd object and the 1200 meter run or
That was
something.
the workout.
It was
Yeah.
awesome. I'm a level 6.
Killing.
Dang.
Oh yeah, because
Dude.
you went to, that's the most bonkers thing, because you went the
Team last year.
team, and because you didn't do the individual quarters, they docked you. They need to fix that. Someone needs to email them. Hey,
That's crazy.
where-
I mean, I went from individual semis the year before at like a level 10 or whatever it is, 11,
Yeah.
to a level 6 because I competed on a team at semifinals. Cool.
Yeah, that's
yeah, that's great.
that's weird.
They got to fix that, and they got to put back that I went to regionals team in 2014.
Back
Took
in the summer of '98, he went to semifinals
Listen,
or
Jason
regionals.
Felipa still says he won the CrossFit Games, and that was 2008. So leave me
Dude,
alone.
he brands his videos. CrossFit Games champ does this. It's like, dude.
So leave me alone, okay?
Back in high school, I benched 405 too. It's just crazy.
Oh, they did. Event 1. This is the team one. They did announce this one.
Yeah.
Event 1. Heather and Kayla tested it today for themselves. So you go torque tank push, 100-foot handstand walk. Each partner completes 20-foot section, 90 synchro mixed object deadlifts, so dumbbells and kettlebells, 100-foot handstand walk, and 120-foot torque tank push. They did bike erg standing for 90 seconds, even though it'll take them way less than that probably.
Yeah. Well, we're
And
going to
then-
get that torque tank in here, which will be fun to
Play around
play
with
with
it.
a little bit. Yeah.
Where are you
Wait.
getting a torque tank?
I guess someone Kayla knows that she works with.
As one.
He has like a garage gym and has one apparently, or a barn gym.
Nice.
So she's going to go pick it up and bring it over so we can play with it. Although I don't think there's like a lot to it. I think she just wants to know what it feels like.
It feels like a heavy shopping cart.
I know. I mean, we used them at Legends.
That's okay. We could do it again. But anyways, that workout's the deadlifts, huh?
100%.
Nah.
Handstand
Although I was
walks
pretty
and deadlifts.
surprised how from the 80
Yeah.
deadlifts into the handstand walks, I was like, oh, your arms will be fine. They were not. They
No, they're
were
not fine.
they were not.
But you definitely, that would be the separator because
Yeah.
the tank's only going to go as fast as the tank's going to go for all teams. And then the handstand walk, like assuming general proficiency for most people. And because it goes 20-foot segment and then you're resting and then the 20-foot segment. So you have a little bit of an interval rest there. The 80 synchro, deadlifts for RX teams and 35 plus. And then it's 80 intermediate, 45 plus. I don't have any 55 plus teams.
But that's really, I mean, like you said, that's really the workout. It's like, how long are you going to hold on to the deadlifts?
Mhm.
Because people are going to want to break those for sure. So if you can hold on to them. And I also felt like there was a significant difference between the kettlebell deadlift and the dumbbell deadlift.
I would not be surprised if people, at the end of this have their fingers curl up under them while they're trying to handstand walk. Because if you go too big on the implement on the deadlift, it's just time under tension,
And
even though it's not heavy.
I was definitely holding both implements like this, like trying to like save my hands a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the elite's got to do 100 feet. So it is definitely,
It'll add up.
yeah, for them for sure. And then like the minus, it's 80 less feet for the RX. So one step down and 35 plus, which is a significant
I was like
decrease
80
in
feet's a
volume.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but it's still, I think it is there, that little section, tanks, whatever. And then they got the individual event 5. Oh yeah, this one. Ooh, no,
I like this one.
nice.
Mhm.
12.96 ring muscle up, 5.43 devil's press, 70 and 50. Then finishing with the 40-foot. So did they show the floor plan? Yeah. All right. That's good. You do the muscle ups, boom, 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 and then race to finish, which would be nice because you get to see who's ahead. And these changes are pretty good. Pull up plus chest to bar plus bar muscle up. Bar muscle ups instead of ring muscle ups for the 55, which I like. Same thing with the 45 and up. Although they could have probably cut it and did 45, 49. This one, ring muscle up 8, 6, 4 for those age
I
groups.
know Regina would have liked that. She was kind of bummed she doesn't get to do the ring muscle up.
Yeah, I think a lot of that 45 to 49 females and males are probably a little upset because they are capable. But I like this with the bar muscle up for 55 to 59, and then this complex for the 60 plus in the teens, because like most of them will either get capped or get to the bar muscle up, and that would be the separator. Why do you like this workout, Harley?
It's just, I think it's going to be pretty potent. I think that the set of 9 ring muscle ups there in the middle for the elites, and then what is it? 8. I think it's just big enough that people are going to be real shocked, real surprised when they get up there and they're like, oh, those heavy devil's press really took it out of me. because everyone's going to feel good and excited on their round of 10, and they're probably going to go bigger than they should. And then it's going to really catch them off guard. I mean, the best are going to win, of course. Like the best are just going to be cruising through that muscle ups, but you know.
Yeah, and I also, like, you think about strength wise, the ring muscle or the devil's press is basically a reverse ring muscle up
For sure.
for like strength, like the movement mechanics, because you're going down, you're pressing out, like you're switching out of the dip, coming up over the head instead of the reverse where you're going overhead into the dip.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to go into the dip when you come to the ground, but it is basically the same movement pattern.
Yeah. It's also heavy. I think 70 pounds and 50 pounds for a devil's press. It's
Mhm.
not anything to shake a stick at. Like I think it's a very heavy workout
Mm-hmm.
from a skill and even loading perspective.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
mean, once your lockout gets tired too, like there's gonna be people missing like just locking out one arm, you know.
yeah,
It's gonna get a little sketchy, a little weird
Really?
for some people.
crazy. It's going to be actually, that's going to be fun to watch. I can't wait.
Yeah. I wonder if anyone fails the front rack in the lunge.
Maybe.
If they even get there.
Like, yeah, I'm saying like if they get there and they're like really struggling just to even hold the dumbbells, and how strict they are about dumbbell placement. And
'Cause
that's
you think
that
about
conversation we had.
Females on average to do 30 ring muscle ups, it takes them about 4 minutes. Even elite females on average,
Right.
not the top times. And it's a 6-minute cap. And you got to do 22 ring muscle ups.
For sure.
So like, I don't
You
even
gotta
know
be
if there's enough
going.
time there. Like that's in the RX, but in the elite,
You have 30.
yeah.
Yeah. How
in a
many?
6-minute cap.
27.
27. It's basically 30. So like a little over programmed when you like, and I'm talking about the 2018 top fittest females in the world. You look at the standard from 2019 and those average times in a mixed setting and like spring muscles in general. And those are the best females in the world. And that's going to be, they would do it, but it's still a pretty tight time cap. And then you have it for the fittest of the coast.
Yeah.
I think
What
maybe
are the
expectation wise, females should probably be like, probably not going to finish.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be surprised if they don't. But what if would you think it'd be more appropriate even from Ready to Travel if it was just a lighter set of dumbbells?
Yeah. I think
or if it was a single dumbbell.
the fit. Yeah. Oh yeah. Single with the 50 and the 70 would be real sick. And then, or just the 50 and 35 double still. Cause it would push the people in the ring muscle ups. Cause that's what you're trying to test is can you do the ring muscle ups, quote unquote, under fatigue with the devil's press. You're just breaking up the 30 ring muscle up standard for people. Because if you weren't, you would just go 10, 5, and then some lunging, and then 8, 4, some lunging. Because then you're not really testing the ring muscle up because there's so much of a break. It's still, you're tired. So it's CrossFit muscle ups, but you're not really testing the 30 for time the way you are with the devil's press as it being a couplet into like a quote unquote buyout of 40-foot lunges.
Yeah, I mean, I think that in this test specifically, they're trying to set the winners up to have a race, right? At the end of their event. They're trying to recreate like the Tia and Cara, like overhead lunge, the finish line type of excitement. And I think that the best people there will probably be able to get through it. But I think that to your point, a lot will get capped.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if 80% of the fields in each division gets capped.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see. This is good. Now I have speculation that I can sit back and watch and be a spectator too, fan of. And then did we go over the elite team one day? One come out? Oh no, we speculated on it. But it's clean and jerks 3 minutes.
Max reps.
Yeah, share them. Sharing is caring. It can be fun.
The person coming off the second one is going to have a little bit of a harder time finding a groove.
Yeah, and you're only 10 feet apart because like this is the Fran and clean and jerk transition area. So you'll be here and your person will be here. And they're 10 feet away from you, which isn't very far. So there's some transition. Oh no, clean and jerk transition. Well, okay, now this is confusing. Because there's clean and jerk transition down here, the finish mats. Or is it because these people are closer, they're going to get to transition this way? And then like these people, that's probably what it is. See how the bars are offset? You're probably, these
Yeah.
people transition
Yeah.
here, these people transition here, and then these people transition there, and then the same
Yeah.
distance away.
Probably. Yeah, I think that with that little transition, you're not going singles.
No, you
You're
might do
gonna
it.
end up doing like triples, little cluster sets of like 2 to 3,
Or more.
or more if someone's really
She's going
exploded.
unbroken until she dies.
Well, me and Kayla already tested it yesterday.
There we go. Unbroken till die. Sick. Individuals. All right. The people are saying the odd object 1, odd object 2. I think because they have already, and they're going to release the other workouts, but because they've already shown the dumbbells and the kettlebells, that's what that's what you're moving. I would assume, and maybe a sandbag if there's,
Or there's that pill. There's the pill
there
thrusters.
is.
So you could probably do like a
Same
pill
time.
carry, single implement on one shoulder. So you could
Yeah,
test
but aren't
that
the
with
individuals also swimming on the Friday at the same time? Probably. We'd have to wait and see the schedule.
I don't know if it's the same time, but it's the
Yeah.
same event.
Yeah. Jeez
Yeah.
Louise.
Dumbbells, kettlebells, and
Pill.
or pill.
Yeah. All right. That's it. Those are the ones that are announced. They got a couple more.
Didn't they say? I
Oh,
thought
see
they
you
were
in
gonna
South
release this
Carolina.
on the 20th. No.
Yeah, aren't they supposed to have these all out by the 23rd? So they're missing. They got event 1, event 3,
I think there's still one more event.
5, 2, 3, 6, 2. So 4 and 5 for you guys. So teams, they need 5 and 4, and individuals, they need 4
Yeah.
and possibly 6.
So maybe it'll all be out on the Monday, the 27th. I thought they said the 20th, but I thought I read that somewhere.
We could ask CJ. She's real fired up about it.
Oh yeah.
She's
Are
like,
you gonna-
how dare you not
are you gonna
hold
say-
yourself?
Accountable to releasing the workouts when you said you're going to release the workouts. Although I like it. I mean, we've definitely had a lot of people testing some of the ones that are more complex, especially the team people, getting exposure to certain things. Obviously, like for the individuals, there's a huge amount of running. I mean, when you look at it, it's a fair amount because you're going to go 120 yards with carrying and then 1,200 feet if you're in the RX. And then you got a swim and pill thruster for the pros, but everyone else is basically running a mile with the objects. And then you're going to go 4 rounds
On the
of 200,
CJ's fired up.
200, 200. So you're doing 800 meters there. So a mile and a half of running. It's pretty good amount of running.
Yeah.
And then torque tanking, which with the running before, your hamstrings and glutes would be lit up a little bit. And that's in the same day, right?
For the indies.
For the indies, yeah. We have to see the final schedule, but yeah, event 1 is the run.
I'm
and then-
still like, my mind is blown that it's a day and a half and there's going to be 6
yeah, because
events.
event 3, the final event of the day has the torque tank, ski erg, toes to bar, and handstand walk.
Mhm.
And then you have the snatch, rope climb. Dude, you're gonna be messed up
I
in those
know.
first 3 events. Let's see what CJ has to say. Do you want to say you're going to do it? It's easy. Yeah,
Do
That's
what
true.
you say you're going to do.
Yeah, she's not wrong.
it's yeah. I
Well,
mean,
it's an
Instagram.
integrity thing, though. I
Well, it's
think
an
And
that's
the next
yes.
thing.
It's a Canva Instagram post. I mean, you just put it up. You know, you set your own deadline, and you can't make that happen. Be better. That's fair. All right. Anybody ever runs a competition? If you set your own deadline, you better meet that deadline. I would have just put them all out at one time.
That's my thought.
It's
It's
like
just
the easiest thing.
They just create anticipation, or just do it like across 3 days. To your point, just schedule some posts, let it rip like 3 a day across 2 days, and then you're done. Like every 2 hours, just dropping them. Boom, boom, boom. Easy.
But
Well,
overall,
unless they're just making up new ones, they're just trying
No.
to figure out the details.
no. Overall, I mean, I hope not. Overall, I think so far what we got, I think they're good workouts. It's gonna be a fun weekend. What do you think they could add? Like the teams, you got the handstand walking, deadlifting, doing some ski erging, pushing tanks, clean and jerking,
Rustin, clean and jerking.
thruster,
Handstand.
franning,
Handstand push-ups.
handstand push-upping, worming, burping, lunging.
I mean, no snatching. That's about the only thing.
Teams snatching,
I-
individual or snatching.
Are they?
Yeah, in the rope climbs or
Oh
runs.
yeah,
rope
yeah.
climb.
You right.
And it is decent.
Where's the skill? Where's the hanging gymnastics in the teams?
We haven't.
Mm.
Well,
Chest-
Other than chest to bar. I mean, that's it.
well, we have pull-ups.
Well, that's you got to look at the top. Remember, program for the best, scale for the rest. Okay, you scaled.
Yeah.
You might as well go
I
out there with
know.
a shirt on, scaled athlete.
Yeah, I'm a fake level 10. You're right.
Hey, I'm not even level 10, dude. I'm washed up now.
That shit's funny though. But yeah, that is. Yeah, so there's that hanging.
Yeah,
gymnastics.
so like there could be any rig muscle up, bar muscle up, rope climb because they already have all of those implements out for teams.
Mhm.
Unless you're
Yeah,
Heather, then they're going to give you chest to bar.
Okay.
Yeah, they're going to be doing burpee pull-ups instead of bar muscle ups.
I've been doing all the chest bars.
Pull ups.
Hey, that was freaking hard in the open when they did that. The running and the burpee pull-ups. That was no
Dude.
joke.
My worst open finish since 2015.
Dude, that workout was
I would argue it's a scoring issue as well, but
Speaking
also
of
a
burpee
hard
pull-ups,
workout.
anybody in the chat want to do the 150 burpee pull-ups to the 92.5-inch pull-up bar that Taylor Self did from Kill Taylor?
Is that what's the 92 inch? Is that where the
That's how high the
Spiel-
bar is
the
from the ground.
tallest one that we have, or the Spiel bar one?
Yeah, Spiel bars are at that height.
Oh.
That was just because
Can I step up on a riser, burpee on the
I
sides?
don't see why
I don't think I
not.
could jump that high. I
That's a
mean,
good
maybe
question. You'd
For
have to ask
100 reps, that'd be hard.
DM Taylor, see if he gets back to you. Like, hey, bro, listen, I'm 5'1". I'm 5'2". I want to do these 150 burpees for time. I think.
I mean, it would go slower.
I don't
'cause
think
you'd
he
have to
would-
step up on the thing.
Right. I
jump,
don't think
come
he would
back.
mind because you are going to touch the burpee on the ground
Yeah,
because you
and
still got to cover that distance.
Right. You still have to step up, then jump, step down, burpee.
Yeah, unless
I
the
would
jump
go
itself.
slower.
But yeah, 150 burpees. Anybody want to do it? We'll do it live. We'll do it live on Wednesday. Anybody want to take it? I mean, Tyler,
Come on, Tyler.
come on. CJ, in an event like this, potential people competing in both indie. Yeah, that's true. Because they did say you can compete in individual and team, and they make it that way, which is kind of fun for the competition. But yeah, they would consider the programming to prevent too much overlap. And I feel like they have considered, I don't feel like there is a whole lot of overlap other than the torque tank handstand walk deadlift workout, because that's very similar to ski erg, handstand walk, toes to bar, handstand walk, ski erg. Like those are probably the only one I feel like there was quite a bit of overlap on. But you get to share, other than the synchro deadlifts, you get to share the. Oh no, you don't. You have to go one at a time on the handstand walk.
Mhm.
Do you get to share the tank? Yeah, you might get to share the tank, or program them completely independently.
I think
That's
you
two
might
different-
have to like push it one distance and then you trade and push it back the other
We'll find
person
out.
probably.
But I do feel like they did a good job of no overlap. They're like, so if like you're doing individual and team, it'd be a fun weekend for you. It's a lot of reps, but it'd be a fun workout or weekend. Can Melissa Ellis get on a team real fast? Just hit the 45 plus team. Hey, anybody want somebody? Anybody need somebody to love? That's a song. Just so you guys didn't know.
Really?
No.
No way, dude. Can you sing it again?
Nope. And I didn't even sing it. I said it. All right.
I thought that was your.
So no
vocal.
takers on the 150 burpee pull-ups for time. Okay.
I mean, I'd
You
rather
don't want to just do GI Jane and then extrapolate the number.
I'm not gonna do it live, but you know what? I'll do it and video it. It's gonna take me 20 minutes, but or
You know-
more.
Mm.
Oh geez. Yeah, probably more because 15 a minute. I was doing just regular burpees, and I did like 18 a minute. And it was more like not a recovery effort, but not a high effort. And I was thinking about it while I was doing those burpees, like, dude, that would be tough.
you could do more than 5 a minute. I feel like
Oh, 5 a minute is
20
Well,
minutes.
10 a minute's 15 minutes.
right?
Somewhere in
5
there,
a minute.
15 to 20 minutes. I feel
5
like
minutes, 30 minutes.
Oh, 60. 3 a minute is 20 minutes.
Nope,
no,
not
you're
quite.
going the
You
No.
wrong
guys
way.
aren't.
Going the
Your
wrong
math's not mathing right now.
Really?
Yeah, you're going the wrong way.
Wow.
You're going lower. You need to go up a little
Yeah.
more the other way.
I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
Still, dude, I don't even know. I know I'd start out at probably like 10 and be able to do that for like 4 minutes and then be effed and just be like, well, here we are at 7. I don't know. We'll see. I'll do it and video it. And if it's no good, we just won't put it on the internet.
Can I try to beat you without doing CrossFit?
You probably will beat me.
You
Well,
can't do that many
that's hard.
burpees, Harley. We've
I
already
can't,
established
dude. I
that.
can only do 2, and I'm gonna pull my adductor
That's an interesting challenge. I wonder. That'd be interesting to see.
because I haven't done like any
Yeah.
fitness like that. Like I can do, 100 chest to bar, 100 toe to bar in a session in 10 minutes, no problem. But like that's the extent of my volume. Like I haven't done
Right,
any
that's what I was
burpees.
gonna say. I don't even, and like
Ye-
the intensity of it paired with the volume is where you're gonna run into a bottleneck.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, just even if it's just like the ability to keep moving, like and stay focused. Like
Right.
Like, I
That's
think-
what will get tough for you is because you just haven't done that kind of training. It would get tough for me anyways. That's a high fucking capacity.
do it first. Do it first. Give me time to beat, and I'll think about it.
I'll ask
Depending
I'm
on
gonna ask my
how
coach.
bad it is.
I'm gonna ask. Oh, it's bad. It's bad. Like Taylor. Oh my god. I was like, how do you do it? How do
long
you
did it
get
take him to do it?
1240 something? I was like, how do you get
Okay,
that?
what is 13 divided by 150 or 150 divided by 13?
I don't know.
I thought
10.
it was 100.
It's 150.
Oh, that's why.
He was
Okay,
only averaging 11 and a half a minute.
Isn't that what
He was
you said?
averaging 12 a minute.
No, that's not the right math. No, because 10. If he does 12 a minute, that's 120. Oh yeah. So that's close. Okay.
So that's where I got the
Still,
5
dude,
a minute. It's because
it's
I
a
thought
lot.
it was 100. That's why I was confused.
Who thinks they could do it? 12 a minute. Let's see it.
12 a minute for
Let's see
12
it.
for essentially 13 minutes straight.
Yeah, dude. That's the hard part. That's what I don't
Yeah.
think people think about.
No,
It's
that's
12
long.
a minute
theory.
is 8 minutes. 8.5 minutes.
What are you talking about? It's
Right?
150
Oh, I keep
reps.
doing 100 in my
Did you go to
mind.
school?
50. Okay.
Jeez Louise.
I'm like stuck on this 100 burpees for some
Do you
reason.
need a new hearing aid, man?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Apparently I do.
What is
I'm
happening?
Sign
stuck
up for
on 100.
AARP.
I'm stuck on
That's okay.
100,
I couldn't talk
apparently.
earlier and Harley got me. So
I
it's fine.
swear that's what you said. Who wants to do
150.
100 burpees? You
150.
said that when we
150.
started talking about this whole conversation.
150.
Someone back me up on that.
I don't know.
Well,
We-
the 100 burpees is back at the
Stretching
perfectly
it.
programmed workout to elicit fatigue and leave people
No, but when we
tired, so
started
therefore
talking
it's good.
about the risers and all of that, he said 100 burpees.
Mm-mm.
That's where
Are
I got.
you-
I'm
Like
stuck on it.
150.
you sure?
But
We get,
pretty
hey,
sure.
you better be careful because this is. I'm not saying I'm
I
pretty
mean, it's
sure.
recorded. We
recording
can go
this.
back. I just
Yeah.
thought you said 100. That's why I'm stuck.
Let's
on it.
argue.
Go on.
We're looking later, guys. I'll let you know
Okay.
on next
Okay.
Wednesday who was right.
Okay.
Tune in next Wednesday to find out who
Who
was right.
I'm just surprised no
All
one
right.
wants to do it. We haven't
Oh.
had a single comment in the chat.
I'm not scared. I will do it, Todd.
No, you can't
In
do
all
it.
fairness, there's only 3 people on.
need
So
a
it's probably
bicycle.
Cody
Shh.
and Marissa.
Don't
and
tell
TJ.
people how low our numbers are. Okay,
Dude, we have 300 right now
we have 300 viewers.
because all 3 of those viewers are 100 in my heart.
Yes, excellent.
That's pretty good.
All right, well, see you next week, I guess. Like and subscribe, all 3 viewers. I know people watch this after the fact. We appreciate you as well. And I'm gonna rewind this back and see if I said 100 or not.
All right, Cody, I'm going to write about you in my diary.